Hey, traders. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a good one. We're here every day pretty much, looking at the charts. Normally we start with Bitcoin, so I guess doing the same thing. I know that can be boring, especially with volatility dumping considerably over the past 30 plus days. It's okay, other assets out there doing things.
Hey Mitch, can you take a look at CLR? Curious if you think this trade is still playing out? Thanks.
Old CLR, yeah, D-Rock, look at that, thanks to 20 dudes. I mean, it was a great entry, right? And it rallied tremendously. I think it hit one of the targets, but we will look at it. Okay, thank you, dude. So, not much to ride home about on the daily on Bitcoin. 4 hour, something has happened. Something where you can get, I was just kidding, you can get your opium smoking pieces out, where it seems like Bitcoin has achieved that 78.6% retrace, or at least close enough, hit a downsloping demand line right at that little wedge idea we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, and only 5 touches now. So you now have a valid falling wedge, it seems, at the same time of hitting that downsloping support, hitting the PCZ of the bullish Gartley. Bullish divergence has developed, it seems, at least on the MACD histogram. So just pointing out variables that are there, that exist, and that who knows how it's going to play out. Is it going to be one low, a second low, right? Or do we go sideways, we sell off again, and we come test 31.3, the trend line again, and show more divergence? It's hard to say, man, but you're nearing the very bottom of this range again. All right. And that is about all we have on Bitcoin. That is somewhat of an interesting development. It was more of a development than yesterday. Well, yesterday we were talking about this is where you could see Bitcoin's price eventually hit, and it has hit. So interesting development there. 32,823. It's up on the day, if you can even believe it, where we have most altcoins are down. It's a mixed bag though, right? There, some are flirting with being up on the day, being down on the day. Ethereum has run up and is back testing $2,000 as resistance, has not been able to break it. Ethereum, right? Never hit a 786 or an 886, the deep areas of value. Hit 1872. Just an old high back from February 13th, and it's just an area where reversals have occurred, and it has reversed there for the short term. And yes, in fact, I mean, once again, bullish divergence on the MACD histogram is playing out right now, as you can see. You only had it on the MACD, you did not have it on the RSI, even though you were oversold. So rally occurring again, but it's only just the back test of what was once resistance in February. It's been support before, it's been resistance before, it's resistance again until you break back above it and hold it. Just not really that great right now. Okay, I mean, in another world, someone could hold on, look at this. It's not so pretty. Let's like try to pull up another chart here real quick. Hold on a sec. You know, if we take away all the noise of the harmonics and stuff, right? I mean, you could just talk about this idea. And I certainly hope this is not the idea, because this could be terrible for the asset. Is there a buy wall with distribution going on? And, you know, do you anchor where? Where do you anchor? You know, from the top up here, it's kind of just sideways. So, I mean, is that going on Ethereum? Another idea, just spitballing, it's like inverse cup with handle, right? Where you have the cup and then you have the handle, right? I mean, is that what's happening? Or do you just have merely a rectangle, the same situation Bitcoin's in? It's just making lower highs with the same lows. And that's about it. So it's not, oh God, sorry, the color, my bad, dude. Freaking chroma key. There you go, there, now you can see it. So it's kind of like, is that going on too? Yeah, the egg white. We need the egg white, white, yes. Yeah, ceremony, unbelievable, right? It's always a treat getting to eat lunch with he's my good friend. Yeah, it's a 2021 ceremony, so why don't you look up how much that thing cost, okay? Like ridiculous, like, wow. But lunch was great. And then he went, you know, to his custom tailor, of course, and he's telling me about his custom tailor. He's been in business since 1898, like family business, like unbelievable, like what? So, high society stuff, dude. All right, so is that going on Ethereum? I don't know, man. Okay, so it's like, is there even much to write home about in this crypto sphere today? Not really. I mean, like Theta wrecked, you know, devastated. You know, where you thought a Gartley was developing and it failed. I mean, everything kind of blah. You know, there are some though that, like Engine's up 8% today. It's holding on really strong. And I mean, like, look at what's kind of happening. I mean, you're whipsawing on price hardcore, but like, look, I mean, you got a low here. This is a much different chart locally than all the others, including Ethereum, right? Look at Engine Coin. Making consecutive higher highs, higher lows, and then is above a very critical $1.08 area. Okay, that's incredibly important to March 6th of this year. You were so strong you couldn't test it once or twice. Too many buyers for now. And on that second low, you could have argued it's a definitely MACD bullish divergence showing positive momentum again today on this 4-hour candle. So I mean, that is really interesting to see that some of these altcoins are decoupling from other altcoins, right? I hate that. Why is that happening? Is there a setting that makes it to where over here, when I'm scrolling through something, it shows up like that? I don't want that. How do I get rid of that, chat? That's a new feature. Okay, I don't want that. So, I mean, dude, I like look through a lot of these, and you know, they're like Link looks actually, you know, Link looked good and then it couldn't hold up because the macro, but Link actually looks interesting. Like, look at this on Link. It is a literal textbook bullish cipher pattern. I mean, undeniable here. It broke the wedge, and after it broke the wedge, it's creating another bullish structure, which I think is pretty fascinating. How we doing on audio? We good? Right, I mean, that's something else, dude. That's something almost worthy of a trade setup. You know, you got an XABCD, a falling wedge. You break the falling wedge and then you create this structure. And it's like the structure is, it's not very large, you know, it's not even a month. It's like 3 weeks long or large. What's up, Adam? The glass blowing Jesus man.
OGN/USD monthly on Binance, please. Can it pull an ADA? 17 days to glory kings.
17 days to glory. To glory kings. I don't know what that means, dude. Thank you, dude. Looking forward to another blast glowing gift. Okay. So then I can push your product on everyone else. All right. He made me a really, really cool. I still have it. It's downstairs. It's featured. It's like not. Kind of showcased. It's like in my kitchen. Really cool. It's like a little. It's got my script R, my logo. But it's like a stem. It's like a shot glass stem. I don't know. It's like a champagne glass, but for shots. Really, really nice. Anyway, so you cannot deny the fact that this exists right here on Link. And it couldn't get, I mean, if it's going to play out, this would be where it is going to play. Dude, I mean, it's just this other level right here. Look, it's just another inflection point from November 23rd that is bouncing off of. So PCZ at a support where a reversal has occurred in the past with some divergence. You got an argument here starting to get better on Link than it even was before, which is kind of crazy, XABCD. I just wanted to keep on the radar if you care about crypto. Link. All right? That's it. That's your link. So what were you saying? Just get that request out of the way since we're still in the crypto. Oh boy, hold on. We're still in the crypto world. Oh, dude, song's tripping me out. Hold on. But you can imagine if Bitcoin's Garley played out, the cipher on Link would certainly play out, right? Undeniable. All right, so we can just look at total that's been rounding out, you know. Well, okay, dude, great. Holding above 1.3 trillion. I mean, spring back testing the spring. This will be it, dude. If you imagine if it did spring back test the spring right here and held, the upside would be unreal, and it'd be like X, A, B, C, D stuff, right? 1.7 trillion. So let's see, man. Let's see if total can hold this very critical area that goes back to February. That's like kind of been the name of the game, hasn't it? I mean, each candle here represents a day, and each day it's done like kind of nothing. I mean, think about it, man. Well, it's streaming every day. It's been 2 weeks. It's been over 2 weeks. You know, same price. I mean, it's up and down, oscillating in price, and it's just nothing's changing, and it's just tough, dude. All right. Pulls up the OG. Yeah,
Any
it's
chance
unreal.
of you taking a look at MA? More room to run are going to create a lower high? Weekly looks Mitch.
Unemployed Baker thinks it's 20, dude. Yeah, hey, great news. Mastercard has hit the first target of the trade setup today, so Jesus chimes for that. Netflix filled the gap, so condensed Jesus chimes for Mastercard and Netflix. For Tilray that broke below that critical support. Unfortunately, that sucks. But more Jesus chimes condensed for gold. And we're gonna look at these. We're gonna look at them. All right, man. This is just we got to. All right. So you had OGN. That was perfect, man. I mean, think about it. Literally, it just doesn't get much better. Look, man. I'm talking about a zone, inflection zone from March, January of 2020. And you rallied, you lost how much value from your low to your highest high? You lost 88.6% of your value. So value had become perceived again to market participants. The XABCD was created and it's beginning to play out. It's extending on. It's taking time, man. I mean, Bitcoin dumps, it's over. But like, you think the target 120 and 137 eventually, if this is actually going to play out and respect the TA. that's it for OGN. I mean, Red identified a reaction low June 22nd, 886 with a 1618, pretty much confluent. It was a Gartley. It was a Gartley-Bartley. It was a Bartley, dude. It was a Bat-Gartley mix. We've been seeing these because the market conditions have been so, I don't know, they've been so short-term bearish that like 786's no asset has been able to hold the 786 and reverse like this one has. They're all going to 886's 100% or below. So, testament to the macro. Reaction low, reversal low potentially, and then nothing for a week plus, and now you're starting to go a little bit up 10% on the day. And where you are right now, I don't think there's any turbulence to like 98 cents. I mean, what? Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, right? Straight down, straight up, straight down. Dude, there's like literally the price action historically has done nothing but run from 81 to 98 cents every single time. Like if it doesn't do that, it'll be like the first time in history it doesn't do it. So we'll see what happens, man. Creating a really nice little structure here. I love it's local, it's no big deal, but it's like a butterfly. It's really a deep crab, right? Where your upside 1618 PCZ would take you to 94 cents. Pretty close. Sub B-Marts.
Is that a joint?
Thanks for watching, dude. Thanks for contributing to the stream. 100% crowdsource stream. Thank you, dude. So you got that going on OGN to USDT. 94 cent PCZ, 98 cents historically always has been going on. So that's it, dude. That's your request. It's doing what a lot of assets haven't been able to do. Like, I don't know. It's so clean, right? It's such a clean structure, too perfect. And you know, you got others that are looking like, you know, something like Altcoin. Dot's like, okay, it had the clean, it had a shark, it wasn't as good. It was a shark, and now it's like dumping below critical supports. You know, it's not like Engine Coin, it's weak, but I mean, at the same time, you could almost just be like, it's pathetic, right? It really is. Same time, you'd be like, right? Like a shark. It's like a shark of some sort. Like right here, hitting the 886 from the XABCD from the bottom, right? It's just at the top. It's just like, what the heck is going on? It's just. But then you got other ones like XLM doing the same thing, right? Look, I mean, it's like it's like a bullish cipher pattern. Like it was a bullish crab pattern, and then it didn't really hit the PCZ, hit the 1414 area, and then bounced, and now it's showing a bullish cipher, and it's bouncing resoundingly off the PCZ pattern completion zone, and a little bit of Class C bullish divergence, right? And I mean, anything above 23 cents takes you to 27.8 cents. What's up, Bob Waltz, man?
Bob Waltz super chatted $50. Just cause Mitch is the best. Thanks as always.
Bob Waltz, stop talking about yourself. Thank you, dude, for the 50 super chat, supporting the stream. Man, the dream, dude. Thank you, man. And especially in these market conditions there's no hype. The only hype we have is the hype we find using low risk, high reward opportunity. You know, where we find those assets at those levels, right? And then they're showing variables that we want to see, right? Thanks, dude. All right, so XLM upside could be 28 cents. At least the 200 moving average 27 cents, right? I mean, just you're catching your reaction, just like Bitcoin caught its reaction at its pattern completion zone. Okay, and it's like weird because XRP isn't showing the same thing at all that XLM is showing. It's not able to get to a 78% retrace. Yeah, I'm just like, we're still in crypto world, talking about crypto, and we're gonna migrate. But it was just like, you know, had that request for OG in. Pretty good beats today. Right, that was the only request. Oh, we're looking at Mastercard, yeah. Mastercard. Oh, CLR, D-Rock, yeah. we're just looking at OGN because of crypto. We're looking at crypto, trying to keep it a little, whatever. Let's check out Hex real quick, right? Hex has to be talked about. It's up 9% today. It's gorgeous, right? 3 rising valleys played out perfectly, brilliantly. Hit the measured move at 11.8 cents. 1618 for the extension has exceeded it, and as of this morning, 13.9 cents all-time high. And second target of the trade setup, 15.4 cents. And that's where you think eventually it could go to. It's not going to happen overnight. So there you go, man. It's beautiful. I mean, there's nothing more to talk about. It's been talked about almost daily because it just looked so good that it had to be talked about here. It's like if you care about traditional technical analysis, Hex has had to be talked about for a long time, for a very, very long time. April, my God, February. I mean, yeah, dude, February making the higher lows, holding the demand line, accumulation, dude, so strong, hidden bullish divergence all over the place. The falling wedge, all right, that was when Richard Hart was on the stream. It broke out, hit a measured move of the structure, created the bearish shark pattern that turned into a bullish 5-0. The bullish 5-0 was reliable. It outperformed, double topped, lost 33% of your value, back tested old resistance at support, then began reaccumulation. It's like the trader. It takes his profit, it sells off, it's too strong, it holds support that was once resistance for the first time, and then Bukowski, bullish structure appears, bullish patterns and bullish conditions can be reliable and oftentimes outperform. There you go, dude. It's like literally like we're reading an effing textbook of technical analysis, looking at the Hex chart. And you can go ahead and call it all the names you want to, but at the end of the day, you must respect the TA. All right, whatever. Was that good, dude? Okay, so let's go look at Cream, because Cream's also one on the radar. Where it's like, come on, dude, it's up 1% today. I'm telling you, dude, you just keep making higher lows. Make a higher low 137. It's gonna be great. 167 absorption of remaining supply will be achieved, and you'll go up to 210, 272, 351 like nothing but nothing burger. All right, it'll be unreal. Okay, Cream. It's all about this high that goes back to September 20th of 2020. That's all that's happening. Each time you're unable to break it, you sell off. But recently, at least since June 7th, early June, when you sell off, you end up just making higher lows than the lowest low from May, while Bitcoin continues to be around the same price it was in May. Yeah, outperforming the macro very clearly here. So just be cognizant of the beauty of which is Cream. Okay, so we can switch gears. Switching gears to the S&P 500 that did nothing today. And nothing as in like closed at same price it's been a couple days, but did intraday. The first 4-hour candle hit an all-time high of 43.93.68. Never seen those levels before, but we never closed there. We closed at 43.74. So, up 0.12% today, just continuing to float on, exceeding a 1618. No resistance really till 4,400, I guess, which would just be psychological 4,500, 46, 47, right? And it's earnings season, and you had bank stocks that killed it. Wells Fargo was the S&P 500 top gainer today. Killed earnings, and it looks amazing. Like, I can't even believe it. You look at the 4-hour, like bullish convergence divergence on the double bottom, potential double bottom until it breaks above 4670, up 4% today. But where it is so incredible, because I've had this plotted for a while. Look where it is, man. Anytime this asset holds or gets above, for real, $45, $44.75, look what happens every time, man. At least runs up to like $51 every freaking time, dude. So if you talk about probabilities of upside are really, really high when you just confirm the bottom, holding that 200 moving average, testing the 200 moving average for the first time since November of last year. This is where I think $51, easy target, based on historical price action above $45. Wells Fargo, man. And everyone was taken aback. They couldn't believe it. So just see where we are. We're above that insane level where there could be tremendous upside. That's what I'm telling you about Wells Fargo. It's great, dude. It's unreal. Now I was like there. I was like, I was scanning a few days ago. I'm like, I don't know, man. Earnings coming up and it's below that level. It failed a couple times, made a lower high. Let's see what happens. And now it's above it. So it's all about like Tilray. It was above a critical support back testing it, and now it's below it. And I'm like not so happy or bullish about Tilray being below that critical area. Right? It's all about the ifs and what the price action's doing, okay, at those levels. You don't have, like Jonathan Morris, you see, you hated Hex. And it's like, look, man, hate is a strong emotion. It requires a lot of energy. You're spending too much emotional energy on an asset. Right? You should be spending no emotional energy on an asset unless you're investing long term and you believe in the product and you buy their products and okay, you reinvest in the dividends, you're in it for 40 years. Okay, a little different. But when we're talking about like trading, you have to be calculated, because if you're calculated and cold and robotic, you realize that how good Hex looked on the weekly, how incredible it looked. And it didn't matter who the developer was, the creator, his personality, his Rolex, none of that mattered, okay? It was just the consecutive higher lows while everything in crypto had blasted off, had gone to kingdom come. Hex was just showing tremendous accumulation, perfect low risk areas, high reward opportunity areas. And that was at 1.1 cents. And now what is Hex at? While everything is doing terribly, Hex at like 13 cents, man. 12.5 cents. And if you had no emotion involved and you just looked at the charts, you wouldn't be surprised at all. It was the weekly, dude. The weekly. No, yeah, it certainly did in ways. I didn't even inverse Bitcoin. I mean, inversed as in Bitcoin dump, Hex pump, but not really. It was just more like Hex was in its own world, doing its own thing. Bitcoin would go down one day, Hex would go down at the same time, but it didn't matter. Bitcoin would go up, Hex would go up even more, right? And then some days Hex would dump and Bitcoin would go up. It was just all over the place. It wasn't so much inverse correlated as it was just doing its own thing, All right. So Wells Fargo, we're just looking at it because it's a top performer on the S&P, and the second top gainer was Aapl, that completely violated that bearish deep crowd we were looking at yesterday, just gapped up through it, and that tells you probably where it's going is the 160s. 162 is the major.
Happy Pride Month, Pride flag.
What's up, Big Al? Thanks for the threes, dude. Thank you, man. Right, Pride for Aapl, right? Didn't their logo have like all the rainbow colors or something, like the initial one or something? Their throwback. Anyway, so yes, Pride for Aapl, violating the bearish deep crab, the mini one, and may fill the gap. I mean, it's an everyday gap, but and it's overbought on the 4 hour. But 152.84 is your first little checkpoint, your major previous high to low. 1272, 152.84. It's tremendous, dude. It's killing it. Earnings on deck. In a couple weeks? That'll be interesting. Will it run up leading into earnings? It's a lot of time, dude. A lot of time. 2.5 weeks or so. All right, so good stuff on Aapl. Coca-Cola, third top gainer. But then, but we need to. So we're looking at stocks. I don't want to, you know, piss off D-Rock over there. CLR, which was certainly a trade setup that has hit 2 targets, right? It hit both of them, friend. It's literally like you can't even make it up, right? 2 of the 3 anyway. I mean, go back in time to yesteryear when I charted this down here at these levels. It was just breaking out above $14 or so. Why would all this show up? Oh, never mind. Yeah, so this chart, that's funny. Hold on. I'll get the initial one that was pinged. When were patrons pinged? Patrons were pinged November 23rd of 2020 on this asset, okay? November 23rd at everyone. And here it was, okay? This is the way it looks, all right? The asset right above $14, below the higher low, and above that level was tremendous. Okay, $14. Huge. All right, that's that low that goes back to 2016. That's what we're talking about, inflection points, dude. When assets get above them, they can do exceptional things. All right. Let's go, Anonymous Man. Thank you, Anonymous.
Just cause 0.024897540 DH.
Thank you for the Ethereum contribution. Hey, giving me an Ethereum contribution on discount, I guess, right? Some people would say. Maybe not. And if it keeps going down, you just keep tipping me in Ethereum, right? You can buy my NFTs on super sale right now. I only have a few that are available, I guess, for now, but anyway, so thank you, dude. Really, seriously, tremendous. So that $14 area, that critical inflection point, was everything. And you know, it goes back to 2009, and it goes back to 2007. Oops, what the heck? And so what? I mean, like, what were the targets? High to low from the breakout of the downsloping structure, the right supply line broken. High to low is off Fibonacci, 38%, 50%, 618, right? Just that's like, that is the golden zone. And so it's like, at that point, why not? You know, you can just layer out. And so 1 and 2 have been hit, and the third one has not been hit yet. I would imagine because energy got rocked today, and energy has been on a tear. U.S. oil hit a major resistance around $75 to $78, and we knew, like, after such a tremendous run, that is exactly where a reversal could occur. And it may just be short term. It could just be a pullback for a mild, moderate retrace, even shallow retrace before going, but at least something. And that's what's happening to these coins, or not coins, sorry, but these stocks, these assets. Okay, yeah, and also there was I noticed later, wow, it was a freaking shark, a bullish shark that hit 113% retrace. It just added to you know, the analysis. Unbelievable, dude. So just when you thought it was good, it was even better later. You know, maybe a patron had brought it up or something. So yeah, I think it's like, you should be at least like, what, 2/3 of the way out of your position, and you're holding until like 46.84. And then you could take off, right, another 33% and be out. And then that's it, right? CLR, there you go, dude. Thank you, man. Doing things. D-Rock, thank you for the 20 again. All right, Mastercard. Outperformed Visa today. Yes, and it hit the first target trade setup. It was brilliant. It made too much sense, like what it was doing, where it was above this high from August of last year. all that accumulation, the low to high, 88% retrace. It's almost a shark. I mean, it's almost like literally was a shark. I just didn't, you know, like it just looked good enough where I didn't even need to plot an X, A, B, C, D. I mean, it's like almost a textbook shark. A little too high on C, but if you did the candle close, it was perfect, right? Mission XABCD pattern. There it is, man. And once it got above 366, bullish as F. Because historically, all it does above that level is go to 389 to 390, and it's done that. Second highest daily candle close of all time for Mastercard today, and it could keep going. And that's why you have more than one profit-taking level. It's not completely out, right? There are more targets above. More above. And he's using simple Fibonacci extensions, right? You could even have a fourth target if you. Right, so it's just like, oh yeah, dude, why was this that? Right? Like right here, above that level, showing the higher lows, okay, and even ran up and then sold off, and you got a re-entry. And I believe I pinged patrons. It was the beginning of the month, so it was like, hey, if you were a new patron, you were getting another chance to enter at the lowest risk area for the long. And there you go, right? It went up and came back down. One more test, and then it was off, right? And so a couple more targets, and I think a fourth target, if you were going to have one, would be 429.58. All right, it's beautiful for now. Now you got to remember, like, hey, it's got to really break through. You don't want a head and shoulder, crazy looking head and shoulders to develop. I don't know if that'll occur, but that's why you take profit maybe at the first level, because it makes some sense, you know, in case the trade failed or something, and it was to reverse there. So nice on Mastercard. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Not even overbought yet on the daily. Wow, it's sitting at 67.5. Nice. Hi, Matthew. Have a good one, dude. Yeah, I already looked at Hex, dude. Why spend 90% of my time talking about garbage crypto? Oh, I'm not spending 90% of my time. It's just like you try to keep the stream somewhat a little bit organized. I mean, it's better that way, where it's like, hey, you're starting with crypto, so you look at a bunch of cryptos, and then you switch to equities, a bunch of equities. All right, and then you can switch to precious metals, commodities, a bunch of those, whatever, you know, requests are going to be random. I don't know, dude. Wow, you know, Mastercard was good, and then you had Visa, and also great. I own Visa, and we talked about just yesterday, right? Classic accumulation, right? And it was at the heart line of this channel, and it's busted through. And I mean, the upside is tremendous. It's not overbought either on the daily. Visa looks great, man. Up 1.5% today, but underperformed Mastercard. And then you had Coca-Cola that just, I don't know if there's really any edge. It just, there was some hidden bullish, not even really, I mean, kind of hidden bullish average. It would have been really tough to discern, I guess, a low and then like the same low kind of, and it just, and now this was real. Like we had identified this hidden bullish divergence and a beautiful bullish shark pattern. It was really nice. And you know, you've broken a very critical level. This is where I think Coca-Cola now could see $60 easy. So there's not, I mean, what is that? It's not even that big a deal. Like Coca-Cola, like 7% upside almost, breaking through its second all-time high, really, the one that goes back to September 2019, as you'd upthrusted initially June 10th. Now it's real, right? That was like, okay, you pull back after a nice run, and this is what we're talking about on energy, like, or on US oil, where it's like you hit that resistance after a beautiful run, and you're gonna pull back, make a shallow to moderate retrace, and then you go again, you test it, then you break it. And so Coke's doing $60. Looks like it could be in store soonish, as long as you stay above 55.90, whatever. Okay, so that's Coca-Cola. Nice. How's Qualcomm doing? That we identify that potential double bottom. It's been kind of underperforming a lot of other tech stocks, but here we go, dude. Here we go. Really trying to break that confirmation line of the potential double bottom. It was becoming a confirmed double bottom until it was just unable to break it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in the coming days. But you're at it. You're at the inflection point where if it breaks it, high probability area of a gap fill of 162.40. If you're a patron, you knew all about Qualcomm. I'd identified this way back in late May.
May have looked at it before, but I wasn't here. Also, the tech tip was me. Cause are the best.
Bob Waltz, man, my God, dude. Well, thanks for like the $125-ish and 4 cents, I think. Thank you, dude. Wow. So you tipped like a regular tip, an Ethereum tip, crypto tip, and now a super chat. Or no, I think you did 2 super chats. Never mind. Thank you, dude. Qualcomm, I mean, what do you want? A daily low and then a discernible second low, confirmation low with lower levels on, of negative momentum, higher levels relative, and that's impending price action reversal implied in an uptrend. And you got it, and it's happening, right? We will look at Roku. Great enough, thanks to the 25 super chat, man. Thank you. So, it's beautiful. So it set up an alert. If you want fireworks, because that's fireworks going to happen above 145-ish. Okay, at 144. What's up, Golden Voice Jesus Man, Jimmy Ragsdale?
Bruh.
Golden Voice Jesus tipped $25. Thanks for the excellent work, brother. Everyone give this stream a like and join the Discord.
Thank you, Jimmy Ragsdale, with the 25. He live streams as well, but his speciality is singing. He does like, so I don't have a very good voice, but I do charts, chart art. He does voice art, I guess you could say. So you can check out his channel, the playlist, Jimmy Ragsdale, YouTube, search it, look for it, Kings. Thank you, man. He's a long-standing member of this community. Yeah, that's it, dude. Supports it, and very grateful to have him. All right, Qualcomm. Could be Kings soon. All right, Netflix. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Netflix, the gap. It's the gap, Phil. This stuff was identified back in early June. Okay, patrons were pinged on it, and here we are. It's like definitely.
And then, just like that,
the gap from April 20th.
Bruh.
Is that a joint?
Was filled today, and you're hitting near the top of the range, which you're starting to get into high risk levels. This is where profit taking can be had. It's been had literally every single time in history up here. So
Take a look at Verb.
So that's where. What's up, Anonymous? Can I look at Verb? Yeah, we'll look at Verb again. I think we looked at it a couple days ago or something. Sure do. Yep. So let's see what happens now that you're getting towards the levels where reversals can occur. There isn't really any bearish divergence on the 4 hour at all. None on the daily either. Netflix looks pretty amazing. I mean, eventually you're gonna break this one way or another. So you just gotta wonder which way it'll break. It's not our position to say. All we can do is look for it to reverse at the top of the range and then make a mild retrace, maybe fill a gap at 520, pivot, and then rally again to the top of the range. Then we know we have a confirmed partial decline and a 70% chance of a breakout, which is exactly why we felt so confident on the one asset called Amazon. Remember that time we had identified it? Potential partial decline, just kidding, confirmed partial decline, June 21st. 23rd area, you sold off a little bit, and then you're gone. And now you've hit a 1272 fib extension. It's pulling back. It could very well come back to 35.50 to back test the top of the range as support before then eventually going to 100% measure move range. Talking about $4,200.
Is that a joint?
But the 1618 is 39.74, 4,000 psychological resistance. You get it, man. So that's what you got to look for on Netflix. But hey, welcome to range trading, harmonic trading, pattern trading, support resistance trading, whatever, critical areas, variable trading, momentum trading, whatever you want to call it, dude, swing trading, position trading, investing. Wow. Amen. Okay, so Nokia was requested, down 0.68% today. You know, just it'll probably fill the gap. I mean, I would think eventually it would fill a gap at 550. It would back test the old supply line that goes freaking to 2014 multi-year supply line. It would be back tested as support, and a gap fill would occur at the same time, and maybe it would hold there, and then it'd be able to really go. The gap, that's not a breakaway gap. There's certainly no volume involved on the gap. There was no catalyst. It just screams everyday gap that there's like a 67+% chance of it filling sometime soon, I guess, right? And there's another one down at 515, and maybe another one at 430. But you know, this is just this is a weekly thing. This is like a position trade. This is like one where you just hold it. You know, you had your opportunity down here in November. We've been talking about it, you know, and eventually moon. Man, what's the narrative of this harmonic? 5G. Yes, 5G, dude. You got a long way to go. But anything above $5 is eventually, in time, $8.66. Right? You know, you do have like 650. Yes, 650, but you got to worry about, but that's still ways off. So you still have marginal upside before any sort of turbulence, all right? So it's beautiful, man. It's literally beautiful. This is the weekly. Breaking out this week, like, you know, in one day, 22 hours, you get a close. It would be your first confirmed breakout of a structure of a trend line that goes back to 2014, right? 7 years ago. That's huge on Nokia. And it all started with a beautiful, you know, Gartley bat, deep retrace, XABCD, M-shaped structure, inverse head and shoulders. And then there was an inverse head and shoulders within the inverse head and shoulders that went insane on Wall Street bets, went up to 984, then dumped, and everyone forgot about it again. And it's like, wait, you can't forget. It's not dead yet. Still making higher lows. And now the real composite operators. That was Wall Street bets, manipulating the price, screwing around. Composite operators like, I don't care what you do, dude. I got this. You'll see in time. Yeah, it's too late. I mean, like, whatever. You know, there are going to be people that are hexagons. There are going to be people that are literally like cult following to that, and they would say, no, it's never too late, man. But if you're talking about technicals, yeah, there's no value. There's no structure. You know, you've hit a trade setup target, right? If you apply traditional technical analysis, you're asking the wrong place, cash plus, for like, is it too late? I mean, like, for the way the system of how we look at charts, yes, it is. Yes, but you had multiple opportunities. So like before, and you know, in another time, if you asked this, then I wouldn't be saying that. But I am now. I am saying, you know, it's like insane. Like this could pull back and whatever. And then, but the thing is, only one of the three targets of the trade setup have been achieved. So the trade setup's implying like eventually, yeah, more targets, but I can't. It's like I'm completely screwed, you know, anyway, trying to answer that question, you know. Because you had your chance. If you're a patron, you saw it. It was like you were pinged what idea I had, why it looked good, and all that, you know. Hey, that's great. You know, BitConnect vibes. I don't even know. I didn't cover BitConnect once during its heyday. I don't know how it respected the TA. Who cares, though, if you have stop losses, right? If you protect yourself. Dude, I mean, Hex, just like everything else, I can't even believe, just because it's going up, you call it BitConnect, right? But like all these other S coins that exist out there, I mean, do they not have like BitConnect vibes when they're pumping to Kingdom Come? I'm just saying, you're only calling it BitConnect because it's bucking everything right now. That's it. Oh, it's Engine BitConnect? Nope, because it's not mooning while Bitcoin and everything else sucks and is bearish. But it's respecting the TA, so that's not even fair. Like, that's as far as it goes, dude. I do not endorse Hex. I don't. And you can get offended or pissed off about it, but there you go, dude. How are you getting upset about someone else, how they feel in their opinion on something, right? Look inwards and don't let things affect you. Or it's like, you know, life is, all we can do is, you know, there's so many things out of our control, but the one thing we always have control of is how we respond to those things that are out of our control, right? Okay, so that's your Nokia unemployed. No. Sorry, I'm like lost here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Green now. Wow, dude. All right, here's Roku. It's playing out. TA is being respected so well. Gap was filled. A gap was filled back from February. You hit the PCZ. You exceeded it a little bit. But look what you're doing. Like, I don't even remember the last time I looked at this. We plotted the textbook bearish cipher, and here you go. Here you go. It's reversing here. So what was the idea? Would you say something about a shark? Can I look at Roku shark? I'm looking at Roku cipher. That I guess you would say, yeah, shark, because it went up. It did the 886. It went up one more fib node, one more block. Yep, it happens sometimes. So what could happen? Bullish 5-0 is in the cards now. We have a very bullish trend on our hands. We're looking for a 50% retrace from the low to high. So you're looking, you got a target of 367. 367 target. It's where eventually you would think it would run to before, reacting and possibly reversing. Or not. If it was truly reversal, then it's done, So that's where you watch. You just put it on ice, put Roku on ice till it gets to 367, and then you start monitoring it again, or have an alert or something set up. That's it. That's it on Roku. Okay, I wish there was more to talk about. It's already analyzed, it's already here, it's playing out. 786, 886 in the zone. It reversed. It's not always going to be perfect. Sometimes it actually is literally perfect, but then oftentimes it exceeds or fails to get to exactly the node perfectly. All right. All right, next one. Wow, dude. Wow. Well, did we look at this a couple days ago? Maybe. Yeah, where it looked really good. If it ever broke 271, it could go absolutely berserk. And we had targets for gap. They were gap fills, but it did not break. It was up 12% today. It's up 26% after hours. It's literally right here on the chart. This is where it is. After hours, it's at its highest level it's seen since April of 2019 and arguably November 2018. I don't know, but it's broken out after hours. Pretty interesting, and that's what we talked about. Wyckoff accumulation range structure. If it breaks it, 346, 585, 1167. Very real possibilities. That's it. That's it for Verb. Wasn't at a low risk area. It was pretty high when we looked at it, but beautiful range nevertheless. Yep. And that's it, dude. That's all the requests. Bitcoin, we got less than 1 hour till your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, that bell, sub if you want. Doesn't really matter anymore. I don't grow. Like, no one subs to the channel anymore, dude. It's sad. It's like, hey, in 28 days, you've gained like 250 subs, if that. I can't even remember. It's depressing. I don't even look at the metrics anymore because it's just like, what are you gonna do? Yep, Tilray destroyed. It sucks, dude. It sucks. Yep, it couldn't hold the support that goes back to January. broke the 200-day moving average real bad, down 8%. Well, here's your last hit of hopium, the 886, the shark, right? An 886 around 1450. I mean, it was perfect, man. It was like the divergence was set up so well, and then look, just the negative momentum starts building again. It's like, what the, really, dude? But that's what happens when you don't have confirmation, really. It was just the spring back test that we were trying for, and it definitely didn't play out, right? There's nothing really down here. I mean, maybe you can reverse the 886 and start building that divergence again. It's oversold. But you got to get back above 15.59. Otherwise, you run the risk of seeing 13.49 and then $10 after that. So yeah, it's kind of in dire straits. You're very scary areas on Tilray. Let's see what happens, dude. I don't think I think the stop loss is like 1450-ish, which unfortunately is the shark. I just looked at the daily. We were playing the daily, not the 4 hours so much. I mean, dang, dude, it's like I'm not sure. Like, are you taking longs on assets that fall below critical areas, just below them? It's rough, dude. That's nasty. Lowest RSI on the 4 hour you've seen since April 13th. Not so good for pot. Interesting. We can switch back. Well, let's look at gold, because gold's a trade setup. I mean, what do you even want from me, dude? Gold was up 1% today, or yesterday, new day. It also broke out. So Jesus chimed for gold breaking a supply line, re-breaking out. Supply line goes back to January and July of last year. You're out, man. You were flirting with it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight, and then you broke it. You broke it. Perfect on the oscillators, sitting at a cool 58, a lot of upside potential on the daily, all right? You just held the support that is oh so important from 2011, 2012, upside 1900. Minimum. That's it, dude. That's it, dude. Bullish on gold till 2130 and beyond. Could go beyond. That's 100% measure move of this legendary potential inverse head and shoulders. Okay. Silver back above the very, very critical area, and has confirmed yesterday. Bullish engulfing candle where above the inflection point that is the most important. The most important dollar amount on this chart is $26 to $26.20, as you can clearly see right here. You're above it, man. You just engulfed on the daily above this level with confirmation. Close. It's like, wow, this is where launch could occur. If gold's going up to 1900, silver's going up too. Macro. This is it, dude. Inflation. Bad. Real bad inflation. Okay, this is it, dude. You're holding the 200-day moving average like that. Above the inflection point. Hidden bullish divergence going on. Let's go silver. Imagine not owning silver right now with the way it looks technically. Jeez. And gold for that matter. And what else? Platinum. Platinum, beautiful. Also was up 1% plus today and engulfed yesterday, whatever. They're on different hours, right? Like it's like 2 hours ago the candle closed. So what's so important about $1,000 is you can clearly see how important $1,000 freaking dollars is. It's huge, dude. Go all the way back to 2006. You go to the weekly. This is where it's at, man. This is where it's at for platinum. Okay, platinum, the inflection point. You have bounced off of it, and what are you doing? I don't even know why this isn't, the heck, dude? Hidden bullish divergence occurring at the critical area of support. That's the ticket to the gun show, chat. Ticket to the gun show on platinum, $1,050. Upside 1336. Yep, and probably beyond. You broke a multi-year structure, 2011. Okay, COVID crash. Look how you broke. Look how the COVID crash, platinum recovered, and then it sold off to do what? Back tested the old 2011 supply line, 2012 supply line as a support. Back in September of last year, big rally, ran up to do what? Tested a major inflection point, a reversal that started all the way back 2006. But as you can see, 2011, 2012, it's been used as support resistance. And that's it, man. So this is it. Lots and lots of upside on XPT to USD. Platinum looks great, man. Okay, platinum, gold, silver. It's time to come home on those. And it's the weekly chart, so it could take months, but months of holding an asset that keeps appreciating in value because the technicals, that's a great way to protect yourself from inflation and you losing your buying power. So hey man, whatever. And that's it. What else what am I supposed to do? I've been live for an hour now, a little over an hour. There's no hype. Y'all drive this stream, and unfortunately, during these times I lose half my audience, literally. Like if you look at my average 10 to 13, 14,000 views per stream is now 4 to 6,000 every stream. Literally lost half my viewers. So like half the engagement, half the hype, half all that. So it makes it tougher. So my streams are like half the time now, the duration. It kind of makes sense in the end. Wow, I didn't think about it to now. So that's okay, dude. We'll get through it. We'll get through all this stuff. Ramsey, I'm still nagging. Really, dude? I just did like a straight hour of technical analysis, and then I'm just talking. And you come in here and you're complaining. Imagine crying. Ramsey. See what I'm saying, dude? It's just like, what? Huh? I spent zero time shooting the S, talking to y'all, and I get crying as soon as I start talking. Just being real, just literally discussing reality with you. I know, Gary, I do. Yeah, Nippon, cowboy.
BTC 3-day chart still looking good.
Is that a joke?
It's okay. It's building positive momentum. It's not going anywhere in price though, right? It's just sitting there. Still looking good, still looking meh, until you get some price action that propels you, propagates you upward. It's like whatever, dude. Right? That's right, Paul. That's right, dude. The 3-day. Yep, hidden divergence, positive memo for the first time since literally freaking mid-March, but not really anything to write home about. Nothing's happening with it. Weekly, nothing to write home about. You're losing your negative momentum gradually, but it's still there's so much negative momentum. Something insane would have to happen, price action wise. So let's see the hopium, if the bullish Gartley reaction that you've had, if it can sustain, if it can hold, Yeah, I think you got a confirmed falling wedge on this last test. You got 1 touch, 2, 3, 4, now 5 touches. Yeah, cannabis actually looking pretty interesting. Even though, the sell-off today, whatever, it's still okay. News catalysts aren't working. I don't know, someone would have to literally buy lots of Bitcoin and continue buying. And then, momentum would have to just keep rolling. But there is none of that, right? So we can see. Oh my God, I'm so surprised that Bitcoin volatility today is down 9.52%. Crashing. You actually have BVol crashing, chat. %40 drawdown in 29 days. And heading straight for the bottom of the range, goes straight up, straight down, history, Go figure, dude. Respecting the TA for now, isn't it? Yep, summer, low volume, nothing new. Exactly. It was like this last summer. It was even lower. Dude, last summer, it was already at the bottom of the range. And the volatility was accumulating, I guess you could say, higher lows anyway. Okay, there you go, man. That's you can literally expect it to get tougher and tougher to swing trade when the volatility keeps crashing like that. It just keeps getting lower and lower. So all right, man. So we've gone across the markets. We looked around. Nectar dumped. I mean, what? It's like still at a level of inflection. RAD, what do you want, dude? Yeah, Tilray did similar stuff. Pharmaceuticals. Look at this, though. I mean, it's like, it's such a of inflection level, dude. It's just like, it may dump and stuff, but just look at where it's at. Like, I don't care. It's gonna dump, it's gonna pump, it's gonna do stuff, but like, look at it. I mean, you know how many times we've looked at assets like this and they've done really, really well? I mean, it is inversing, right? And it's down here at these low levels. Nectar. Jumped after hours. It's not registering it to me on TradingView, but I mean, it's just at low risk areas. I'm sorry. Nah, to me, it's 1647 after hours. That's real. What's up, Michael Barter? Coin trash, down 4.5% roughly today.
$25. Hey, Mitch, what do you think about coin?
Garbage. Oh, it's double bottoming. It didn't matter. Like, yeah, divergence had played out. You made a lower high. You filled a gap. You have a gap fill from May 14th. That gap filled, and that's it. It was regarded as resistance, right? And that's what happens. Not once, but kind of twice. You double topped up there. Look at this on the 4 hour. There's bearish divergence and pending price action reversal, and you're doing it. So see it probably at 212 again. Probably going down to 212 once more. That's it. That's my thought on coin. Trash. Garbage. It literally was the top for crypto. It was it. This was it, man. Like, you had CME futures, CBOE futures, or whatever, for the top in 2017, and the top for crypto in 2021 was Coinbase IPOing. That's it. Coin inverse moon. Yep, sure. Garbage. So maybe a harmonic develops. We'll see what happens when it gets down to 215 again. Wish there was more to talk about. It's awful, dude. Bitcoin's pretty trash too. I mean, like, from a technical standpoint for taking longs and all that. I mean, like, the Gartley's there, nice and all, but that's it, you know. And 3 days okay, but dude, where are the bids? Why is, I mean, it's not going up. No one's buying. Like, literally no one's buying, like, Bitcoin, really. So it's just making lower highs, lower lows, or lower highs the same low, lower highs the same low, and eventually, if that keeps up, eventually it'll just break the buy wall. That buy wall will just absorption of remaining demand, and it'll dump to 24.5. So it's just, something's got to give soon. Otherwise, you are gonna fill that gap down there. Yeah, terrible. I mean, like, whatever, you know, whipsawing. I mean, up 10% in a day, down 10% in 2 days, just up and down. I can't, look, dude, until it breaks $17, you're not out of the woods. Really, you're not out of the woods at all. It could go down to $13.33 again. Looks like that's probably where it's headed. So, I don't know, man. It's just, it's stuck. It was great. There was divergence. I don't know. None of my work saved. Right, that existed. You know, and it rallied, but was unable. It didn't even test that high back from October of last year. Didn't test it, man. So it's just stuck, dude. Range bound, but still making much higher lows than that low from December of last year. Oh yeah, the what? Fed's gonna have written stuff on crypto regulation by September or something. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna do. All right, man. So Gartley, hopium, but it's a 4-hour pattern. There's divergence. There's a falling wedge now confirmed because there's 5 touches, right? You have to have 5 touches. When there's 2 downsloping converging trend lines, you must have 5 touches for it to be a valid falling wedge. Otherwise, it's not valid. And this low you just got this morning is what has given us validity of a wedge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches now. All right. You put the chart over. It's actually kind of interesting. It's like, what's going on? I mean, like, I'm sure there's times in history where you have ranges like this and bearish Gartley show up and you do reverse to the downside. You know, like inverted chart. So we're gonna see what Bitcoin's made of soon. Very, very soon, dude. This has to be it, man. You got to make a higher low. You haven't made a higher low yet confirmed, like in this range. It's like, look, I mean, a low, then the lower low, then the lower low, then the lowest low, June 26th. And now, like, you've got to somehow, some way, eventually make a higher low than 30,763 because it hasn't happened yet. So we got to find it and let it please be at the 78% retrace of bullish Gartley. Let another epic to legendary Gartley be born right here. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna retire for the evening. I hope you enjoy the stream. And these days shall soon pass, and we shall be back to playing the Hey song in the future. You know, Drink Troll, Gavin will be back. You know, it'll be like freaking hype, dude. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions. B-Waltz, thanks, dude. Bob Waltz. Thanks for like the over $100. Thanks everyone. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.
Gentlemen in the mix.